everybody. Welcome to Storytime. My name is Evelyn. It's so good to see you guys here today. If you are playing the 2020 summer game, the code that you're going to want to enter is the magic word. So, now that I've said that, let's get our rhythm going. I hope everybody brought your hands. I brought both my hands. You might notice I have this here. That's because I hurt my wrist, but it's okay. Sometimes that happens, but I can still wiggle my fingers. And I can still get our rhythm going. So let's go. Boing, boing, squeak. Boing, boing, squeak. There's a story in my house. It's been about a week. I don't know where it came from. I don't know where it's been. I don't know. Where did it go? I want to hear it again. I look to my left. I look to my right. I look all around. It's still out of sight. I look on the ground and over my head. Shh, there's something in my bed. Let's see what it is today. It's a hat. I don't think it fits on my head very well. Also, it's a winter hat and it's not winter right now. I think I'd be too hot if I wore it. Let's see. Oh, there's something in it. Oh my goodness, let's see. It's a rabbit. Do you know what kind of a person pulls rabbits out of hats? Magicians. And then look at this. There's another one. I am twice as good a magician, and that's why I was able to pull 2 rabbits out of the hat. So I guess we are telling stories all about magic today. Well, let's see if these rabbits can just sit and listen. The thing that's nice about my story time is, that everybody always does a really good job just sitting and listening during it, and nobody ever makes a fuss. Oh, come, all right, so that one is sitting there. We just have to get them both. Can you believe this? Let's see. Oh, come on, all right. Well, maybe they're going to have to sit off to the side because it looks like sitting up there is just too exciting for them. Our first story comes from the book The Wizard, the Fairy, and the Magic Chicken. Well, once upon a time, there lived a wizard, a fairy, and a magic chicken. Each thought that they were the greatest in the whole world, and each was very jealous of the other too. The wizard said, "My wand has a moon on it, so I am the best." The fairy said, "Well, my wand has a star on it, so I am the best." And the chicken said, "Well, my wand has a pickle on it, so I am the best." "Well, I can kiss a pig and turn it into a bicycle," said the wizard. "That's nothing," said the fairy. "I can kiss a bicycle and turn it into a bowl of soup." "That's nothing," said the chicken. "I can kiss a bowl of soup and turn it into a singing frog. La la la, la la la." Each one always tried to outdo the other. The wizard said, "I can make a hairy monster with sharp teeth." "I can make a bumpy monster with 9 legs," screeched the fairy. "I can make a dotted monster with buggy eyes," yelled the magic chicken. Boing. Well, all 3 of them made those monsters. And do you know what those monsters did? They glared at the magicians and they said, "Grrrr!" For the first time ever, the magicians agreed. "Run for your lives," they yelled. And they ran as fast as they could. They were running and running and running and running. "I will make a cloud to hide behind," said the wizard. Whoosh! But that didn't stop the monster. "I will make thunder to frighten them," said the fairy. But it didn't work. "I will make rain. That will make them go away," said the magic chicken. Boing. But that didn't work either. Nothing worked. "We'd better," said the wizard. "Try," said the fairy. "Together," said the magic chicken. 1, 2, 3, go! And they all did their magic together. Whoosh! Well, that caused a huge storm. The rain came down. The thunder boomed. Boom! Lightning went flash. The monsters went, ah! And they ran away. We did it, cheered the wizard, the fairy, and the magic chicken. I must say, though, said the wizard, my magic made the best cloud. Well, said the fairy, it was because of my thunder. Boop. And the chicken said, no, it was because of my rain. Boop. Well, really it was all of them together. There once lived a wizard, a fairy, and a magic chicken, and they argued a lot, but deep down, they were really good friends. The end. Good listening, everybody. All right, let's get our fingers out. I have 10 fingers. They all belong to me. I can make them do stuff. Want to see? I can make them jump high. I can make them jump low. I can fold them quietly and sit just so. I can squeeze them tight. I can open them wide. I can fold them all together. I can make them all hide. I can make them jump high. I can make them jump low. I can fold them together and sit just so. Good job. Okay, this book is called Strega Nona by Tommy DePaulo. In a town in Calabria a long time ago, there lived a little old lady everyone called Strega Nona, which meant Grandma Witch. Although all the people in the town talked about her in whispers, they all went to see her if they had troubles. Even the priest and the sisters of the convent went, because Strega Nona did have a magic touch. She could cure a headache with oil and water and a hairpin. She made special potions for the girls who wanted husbands, and she was very good at getting rid of warts. But Strega Nona was getting old, and she needed someone to help her keep her little house and garden, so she put a sign up in the town square. And Big Anthony, who didn't pay attention, went to see her. Anthony, said Strega Nona, you must sweep the house and wash the dishes. You must weed the garden and pick the vegetables. You must feed the goat and milk her, and you must fetch the water. For this I will give you 3 coins and a place to sleep and food to eat. Oh, grazie, said Big Anthony. The one thing you must never do, said Strega Nona, is touch the pasta pot. It is very valuable, and I don't let anyone touch it. Oh, see, yes, said Big Anthony. And so the days went by. Big Anthony did his work, and Strega Nona met with the people who came to see her for headaches and husbands and warts. Big Anthony had a nice bed to sleep in next to the goat shed, and he had food to eat. One evening, when Big Anthony was milking the goat, he heard Strega Nona singing. Peeking in the window, he saw Strega Nona standing over the pasta pot. She sang, bubble, bubble, pasta pot, boil me some pasta nice and hot. I'm hungry and it's time to sup, boil enough pasta to fill me up. And the pasta pot bubbled and boiled and was suddenly filled with steaming hot pasta. Then Strega Nona sang, enough, enough, pasta pot, I have my pasta nice and hot. So simmer down my pot of clay until I'm hungry another day. How wonderful, said Big Anthony. That's a magic pot for sure. And Strega Nona called Big Anthony in for supper. But too bad for Big Anthony, because he didn't get to see Strega Nona blow 3 kisses to the magic pasta pot. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And this is what happened. The next day, when Big Anthony went to the town square to fetch the water, he told everyone about the pasta pot. And naturally, everyone laughed at him because it sounded so silly, a pot that cooked all by itself. Oh, such a lie, they said, and Big Anthony was angry. I'll show them, he said to himself. Someday I will get the pasta pot and make it cook, and then they'll be sorry. That day came sooner than even Big Anthony would have thought, because 2 days later, Strega Nona said to Big Anthony, Anthony, I must go over the mountain to the next town to see my friend, Strega Amelia. Sweep the house and weed the garden, feed the goat and milk her, and for your lunch there's some bread and cheese in the cupboard. And remember, don't touch the pasta pot.
Oh, yes, yes, Stregonona. But inside he was thinking, my chance has come. As soon as Stregonona was out of sight, Big Anthony went inside, pulled the pasta pot off the shelf, and put it on the floor. Now let's see if I can remember the words, he said. And Big Anthony sang, bubble, bubble, pasta pot, boil me some pasta nice and hot. I'm hungry and it's time to sup, boil enough to fill me up. And sure enough, the pot bubbled and boiled and began to fill up with pasta. Aha, said Big Anthony, and he ran over to the town square, jumped on the fountain, and shouted, everyone get forks and plates and platters and bowls, pasta for all at Stregonona's house. Big Anthony has made the magic pasta pot work. Of course, everyone laughed, but ran home to get forks and plates and platters and bowls. And sure enough, when they got to Stregonona's, the pasta pot was so full it was beginning to overflow. Big Anthony was a hero. He scooped out pasta and filled the plates and platters and bowls. There was more than enough for all the townspeople, including the priest and the sisters from the convent. And some people came back for 2 and 3 helpings, but the pot was never empty. When they had had their fill, Big Anthony sang, enough, enough, my pasta pot, I have my pasta nice and hot. So simmer down, my pot of clay, until I'm hungry another day. But alas, he did not blow the 3 kisses. He went outside, and to the applause of the crowd, Big Anthony took a bow. He was so busy listening to compliments from everyone that he didn't notice the pasta pot was still bubbling and boiling, until a sister from the convent said, oh, Big Anthony, look! And pasta was pouring out of the pot all over the floor of Stregonona's house, and was coming out the door. Big Anthony rushed in and shouted the magic words again, but the pot kept bubbling. He took the pot off the floor, but pasta kept pouring from it. Big Anthony grabbed a cover and put it on the pot and sat on it. But the pasta raised the cover and Big Anthony as well and spilled on the floor of Stregonona's house. Stop, yelled Big Anthony. But the pasta did not stop, and if somebody hadn't grabbed poor Anthony, the pasta would have covered him up. The pasta had all but filled the little house. Out of the window and through the doors came the pasta, and the pot kept right on bubbling. The townspeople began to worry. Do something, Big Anthony, they shouted. Big Anthony sang the magic song again, but without the 3 kisses it did no good. By this time the pasta was on its way down the road, and the people were running to keep ahead of it. We must protect our town from the pasta, shouted the mayor. Get mattresses, tables, doors, anything to make a barricade. But even that didn't work. The pot kept bubbling and the pasta kept coming. We are lost, said the people, and the priest and the sisters of the convent began praying. The pasta will cover our town, they cried. And it certainly would have, had Stregonona not come down the road home from her visit. She didn't have to look twice to know what had happened. She sang the magic song and blew the 3 kisses, mwah, mwah, mwah. And with a splutter, the pot stopped boiling and the pasta came to a halt. Oh, grazie, thank you, Stregonona, the people cried. But then they turned on poor Big Anthony. String him up, the men of the town shouted. Now wait, said Stregonona, the punishment must fit the crime. And she took a fork from a lady standing nearby and held it out to Big Anthony. All right, Anthony, you wanted pasta from my magic pasta pot, Stregonona said, and I want to sleep in my little bed tonight, so start eating. And he did. Poor Big Anthony. Oof. And it looks like in the end, she got to sleep in her bed and he got a tummy ache. The end.
Okay, good listening, everybody. Now let's do this song. Let's get ready. Brushing teeth 1 and 2, brushing teeth 1 and 2. But if your toothbrush was covered with glue, ooh, stick to the glue, my darling. Glue, glue, stick to the glue, 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 stick to the glue, 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 stick to the glue, my darling. Ugh, ugh, yuck. brushing hair, 1 and 2, brushing hair, 1 and 2. But if your hairbrush was covered in glue, stick to the glue, my darling. Glue, glue, stick to the glue, 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 stick to the glue, 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 stick to the glue, stick to the glue, my darling. Ugh. Washing face, 1 and 2, washing face, 1 and 2. But if your face was covered in glue, stick to the glue, my darling. Glue, glue, stick to the glue, 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 stick to the glue, 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 stick to the glue, stick to the glue, my darling. Ready? Ugh! Whoa! That wasn't very much fun. You know what? I don't think that we should use glue again next time when we're getting ready. I think we just should skip it. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think so. All right, let's see. Our last story comes from this book called The Bed Just So. And this is a very old little tiny book, so I'm going to tell it using some beautiful felts that our friend Rachel made. Well, there once was a tailor. A tailor is somebody who makes clothes and fixes them, and he had a lot of work to do. But he could not do it all, because every night when he fell asleep, he got no sleep at all. The reason he got no sleep was because when he went to bed, something or someone, or who knows what it was, grumbled and complained. And then something or someone pulled the covers right off his bed. Well, this made him very tired because, of course, he needed to get sleep. Oh, he fell asleep with all of his mending every single day. And it was just terrible. What am I going to do? He said. I have to be able to get my work done, but I can't. I'm so tired all the time. Well, he knew that this could not go on, so he traveled to see the wise woman. He went and he said, "Oh, wise woman, please do something. Every night I try to fall asleep, and every night there's grumbling, and somebody or something pulls the sheets and the covers right off of my bed, and I wake up and I can't get back to sleep." Said the wise woman. Interesting. The old man said, "I think I must be witched." "Oh, no, you're not witched. If you were witched, your hair would be on upside down. If you were witched, your feet would go backwards. If you were witched, your house would be upside down also. I think what has happened is that a hudgeon has moved into your house." "A what?" said the tailor. "A hudgeon. It's a tiny creature, and it needs a bed. If you make it a bed and it likes it, then the hudgeon will have his bed, you will have your bed. No more grumbling, no more pulling the covers off. All will be well." "Okay," said the tailor. "Well, I suppose I will have to make a bed." And so the tailor got home, and you can do this part with me. He got out a saw and he sawed some wood. And then he hammered. Boom, boom, boom. And then he painted. Whoosh, 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 until he had made a beautiful oak bed. "Now," he said, "hudgeon, here is a bed. I hope that you will sleep here in this lovely bed, and I will sleep in mine, and everything will be fine." He put the bed up, and he went to sleep. But no sooner had he fallen asleep when he heard the covers came pulled off, whoosh, and then he heard a tiny voice say, "Too high, too hard, too high, too hard." Oh, he was so tired. Oh, well, the next day, the tailor thought he must do something different. So he got out his saw and he sawed. He got out his hammer and he hammered. Boom, boom, boom. He got out his paint and he painted. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Oh, soon he had made a beautiful, soft, chaise lounge. Oh, this will be perfect, he thought, and he put on it, for some covers, some lovely feathers. Now, he said, you have your bed and I have mine. Oh, please let me sleep. He closed his eyes. Shh, and he went to sleep. But no sooner had that happened when he heard a noise. Too tickly, too soft, too tickly, too soft. And boom, off flew the covers of his own bed. Oh, no. Well, the next day, the tailor was so tired he kept falling asleep at his workstation. Oh, but that night he made a new bed. He sawed, he hammered, boom, boom, boom. He painted, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And soon he had made a bed like a beautiful green cupboard. It opened up. It had a little place for a bowl and the softest tiny bed. Well, I hope you like your new bed, he said. Please leave my bed alone. He got into bed. He pulled up the covers. He closed his eyes. Shh. But no sooner had he fallen asleep than... Too dark, too stuffy, too dark, too stuffy. And boom, off the covers flew. Oh, no, he said. Oh, I'm so tired. I just need to go get some sleep. Well, the next day, he worked on making a new bed. He sawed. Boom, boom, boom. He hammered. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. He painted, and soon he had made a little hammock bed, and he strung it carefully between two chairs, and he closed his eyes and went to sleep. But so soon he heard, "Mat, mat, mat. Too long, too loose, too long, too loose." Oh, oh no. The covers came flying off of the poor tailor's bed. Oh, he said, I'm so tired. The next day he thought, what am I going to do? Nothing I do makes the Hutchin happy. I've made him so many beds. I guess I'll just make him one more and see if that works. Oh. So he got out his saw. He got out his hammer. Boom, boom, boom. He got out his paint. And he made a little cradle. It was very cute. He put a nice flower on it, and it could go back and forth, and he just thought it was perfect. He shut his eyes. Oh, he fell asleep. Then he heard, "Mat, mat, mat, mat. Too teeter, too totter, too teeter, too totter, too teeter, too totter, too teeter." Okay, he said, I get it. You don't like it. And sure enough, boom, the covers came flying off his bed. Well, the next day, the tailor was eating his dinner, and he kept falling asleep right at the table. Finally, he decided that for dessert, he would have a walnut. So he was sitting there cracking the shells. And all of a sudden, he looked at one of the walnuts, and he said, you know, maybe I'm just so tired, too tired, but this looks like it could be a pretty good bed. So he took that walnut and he lined it with a little bit of cotton that he had, and then he found a tiny, soft, velvety leaf, and he put that on top for a cover. And he put the little walnut bed on the windowsill. Then he got into his bed, shut his eyes, and all of a sudden there was a little hum. And the tailor peeked in, and there was the Hutchin in that little tiny bed, no bigger than a seed. And when he leaned in close, he heard the Hutchin singing, just so, I like a bed just so. And finally, they both had a good night's sleep. The end. Good listening, everybody. Well, thank you so much for listening to Storytime. Also, I want to let you know, if you haven't watched our great show, the Saturday Show, it's every Saturday here on AADL TV. And you should look it up. It's really fun. There's lots of different stuff happening in it. And the one that's coming up is all about making things. That's going to be on July 4th. And if you want to learn how a sewing machine works, I'm on there teaching that. And there's going to be lots of other people doing really cool stuff and puppets and songs. And it's just a lot of fun games. So you should definitely look that up, the Saturday Show. And you can find that right here on YouTube at AADL TV. All right. Thank you so much for listening. Let's see, I think we've come to the part in our story time where it's time to do a little bit of dancing. So everybody can start sitting down, and then when you hear the magic words, knees up, that's when you can pop up. Well, there was a robot from France who didn't know how to dance. The only thing that he could do was knees up, Mother Brown. Oh, knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown. Sit back down. Froggy would just like to say, thanks for coming to Storytime today. The only other thing that she can do is knees up, Mother Brown. Oh, knees up, Mother Brown. Ribbit, knees up, Mother Brown. Ribbit, knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown. Faster, knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown. Woo! Wiggle, wiggle fingers right up to the sky. Wiggle, wiggle fingers, wave them all goodbye. Thank you for listening to Storytime. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And we'll see you while we're on here at AADL TV every weekday. So we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.